Hello and welcome to Technology Simplicity YouTube channel. My name is Jay Chung. Today I'm going to share with you how to utilize the Google best buddies that we know. One is called Google Search Console and another one is called Google Analytics to achieve what we've been talking about and what we've been hearing a lot of people saying, the SEO things. So let me show you how you can utilize the free tools by doing a simplest setup ever. Okay, so that you will know the tips and tricks and ins and outs between these two setups, as well as integrate Search Console and Analytics to share their data to each other. I'm going to show you the real life example, which is the domain name my NGOJ Spot, and I'm going to do the setup right away. So let's go. First of all, let me repeat one more time. To achieve the SEO buddy that we've been talking about, Google Search Console and Analytics is one thing that cannot be missed. So how to do that? Let me show you right now. The very first thing is go to your Google Search Console. You can just type Google Search Console, okay, and just click the first guy that you saw. Okay, after you click it, when you click start now, you shall reach this kind of page. Okay, if you are new here, it should be some wizard to show you, step by step how to add it. But if you have added before, you shall see this kind of interface. Don't worry, it's very simple. Just go to this guy and click it. It should be a drop down list, and then you just pick add a property. So for example, I want to add a property and the domain name is called aimdm.org. So what I'm trying to do is I just type continue. Okay, let me put up the mouse highlight so you can see me clearer. Okay, the domain is typed, then you might press continue, and the next thing is they will actually ask you to verify the domain ownership, because you don't add any domain name to your Search Console and track other people's data, right? You must be proof that you are the owner. So how does it work is when you purchase a domain name, you are allowed to modify your DNS settings. So if you purchase directly from this domain name provider, you can click on it, then follow the instructions. But let's say I'm going to use any DNS provider, okay, because you don't know which one you are yet. So might as well just copy this domain name. You need to create a TXT record. So for example, I handle my DNS of my domain name at Cloudflare. So when I reach here, I go to click on it, and I'm going to click the DNS. Here's the part that you actually create the records that are required by Google Search Console. So I'm going to create add record. Okay, I'm going to choose TXT. Remember this now, and I'm going to put alliance for root, okay, which is the domain name, and the content. I'm going to just paste this guy here. Okay, remember, just go to your DNS provider or something like domain name provider, create a TXT record and copy it. Okay, once you've done it, you save it. Okay, once you have this, you come back to Google Search Console here and you click verify. However, I want to show you guys, not all DNS provider will be instant or quite fast. It really depends on the DNS provider. For example, some of the local DNS provider that you can obtain from Malaysia, they are pretty slow. When we say slow, we're talking about hours. However, if you're talking about GoDaddy or some international provider, they're talking about within a few minutes. So I already added just now, and without hesitate and waiting, let's try verify. Okay, you shall see ownership verify. So once you've done this, you go to the property, okay, to triple check you have this. Okay, aha, now we already have this guy. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you create a Google Analytics. And the third thing you want to do is you want to link up your analytics and your Search Console data so that you can understand more each other. So the next part is, let's go to analytics. And what we're going to do is, if you first time to be here, okay, actually you just search Google Analytics, okay, and it will be the first one. Once you click it, you shall see something like this. If you're really first time, okay, that you haven't set up anything before, definitely there will be some wizard for you to go through. Okay, however, if you don't, okay, this might be the interface. So you click on the admin, okay, give it a while, and then what you're going to do is, assuming you have 0 account here, okay, just to share you, with your one Google account, you can create multiple of Google Analytics account, which each account can hold different properties. When we say properties here, means different kind of websites, and each website you can customize of their views. For example, I just want to track some users, I just want to track in terms of the AMP view, I want to track in terms of the iframe views in the mobile apps, and so on and so on. Okay, it can be customized. I'm not going to that details, I'm just going to share you how to create a one. Okay, I'm going to create a new account and I'm going to call it AIMDM. Okay, I don't mind for all this. Okay, please take whichever that's possible for the policy settings, and yep. Okay, next, and I'm going to call this guy property, which is aimdm.org. And the time zone might be quite important, because you need to make sure all the report is correct. Okay, and let's say I'm going to deal with Ringgit Malaysia if I collect any amount of purchase from online. Okay, and I want to go for advanced option, and this part here is, I will urge that you create a universal analytic properties. Okay, how does it works is, for me, I will create, because eventually I'm going to use it in the long run. So I'm going to put up aimdm.org. Okay, I'm going to create both the latest Google Analytics 4 as well as the universal. Okay, I want to enhance the measurement. When it comes to enhance means, I will need more personalized information. So that part is actually more on your data privacy policy. So make sure you update that one. So when you click next, okay, you are going to answer a few things. Okay, for example, this is non-profit. Do I have that? Communities, or which one? Yeah, just choose whichever that more suit to your website doing. So mine is people and society, currently is medium. We have 10 plus members, and yeah, click all if that's apply. So for now, I want to measure engagement, I want to optimize, I want to measure data. Yes, advertising not yet. I want to increase my conversion so that advertisement to the website is more. And I want to content, yes, analyze, yeah, whichever that you feel like is important to you. Okay, and create. Once you created, the next thing is they're going to ask you in terms of the the agreement and stuff. So I'm going to switch to Malaysia. Yeah, make sure you choose the country that you operate your website, okay, in terms of the legality. So of course, I already read this multiple times and I pretty understand. If you are not, please take a quick look so that you'll know what you're dealing with. Okay, I'm going to accept it. So the next thing is, I already set up this guy and so on, right? And of course, you can use the measurement ID easily to plug it back to your websites. For example, in WordPress, there are plenty of plugins that support Google Analytics measurement ID that you can actually integrate just like that. Okay, however, I want to mention here is, please come to the property settings, not here. I think it's a setup assistant. Okay, here you can link back to Google Ads if you do anything about that, and you can do the conversions goals so that you know how you measure in terms of the funneling, you see. Okay, and of course, what we're trying to do here is, let me double check. Okay, I'm going to use the UA here, the universal. I'm going to do the check up here, and this one is done. Property setting. Okay, here for me, because in the near future I'm going to do a Google ad, so I'm going to put up, let me zoom in for you. Yeah, I'm going to take this allow, and then I'm going to allow the demographic and interest report as well. I want to have use enhanced link and so on. Okay, I'm going to save this guy, and the next moment is I'm going to adjust a search console. This is the part that you actually link your Google Analytics to your search console so that you have much more intrusive reports. So when I click this guy, I'm going to click here to add it. So you actually ask you to search. Okay, remember just now I already created my Google Search Console here. I'm going to click it. Done. I'm going to connect it with my universal rather than the GA4 and continue. Yep, done. Associate. So this is how you do the integration. Actually, it's very simple. So up to this part, we are here already. Yes, if you want to associate with the GA4 as well, you can do it by click here and go for GA4. Now, what's the difference between the GA4 and the universal one? That part I will actually I will cover it in the other video. If you are interested, please feel free to put in the comment box so that I know there's a demand there. I'm more than happy to create such a tutorial. So I already show you the integration and setup. So I already show you the integration and setup for a simple SEO with Google from Google Search Console and Google Analytics. That's actually how you do the simplest, the first step of setup and the integration between these two. So once you've done it, the next move definitely will be talking about, you need to integrate with your WordPress website or other websites as well. So for that part, I will going to cover in other videos. So if you found this video is useful and helpful for you, please put a like. Okay, put a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, as well as put a ring so that you get notified whenever I upload such useful video for you. As well as every Wednesday, 8:15 PM, I will go live to discuss about the latest trends of the IT stuff. So hope to see you again, and stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.